One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off play action. Newton. Flush to his right. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. From the gun, here's Newton. Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. It's going to be a jet sweep. Newton backs it forward. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 1st down, Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Newton. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Newton to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the 27, Mayfield going right back to Beckham here, complete.
Brent, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they had. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Mayfield on play action. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A first down throw for Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw, Newton. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down and 4. To throw is Newton. And he's got it. And in for the Steelers touchdown. T. Higgins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
The score, Steelers 10, Falcons nothing. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Mayfield works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Mayfield looks to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Back in the first quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Danny. Hey, alert. Mike 55. Check 55, Mike. They gonna need some therapy after this.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Jalen Guyton, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
That's gonna be a long day. Mike 56, Mike 56. Here we go, D.
To throw, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Hey! Mike 55, right there in the middle, 55. Let's go, D. It's gonna be a long day, offense. It's gonna be a long day.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal.
6 guard, check 6 guard. Point it right. Alert 3. Regular. Up. Come. Switch it.
Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. Touchdown! So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead is down to a field goal. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And leading 10-7, well, they may just want to get this to the locker room. On 1st and 10, Newton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st down, it's Newton. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton. Looking there for puts, but intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half, Mayfield rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late, we saw it, there's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone, you get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And again, it's Chubb. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught by OBJ. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Mayfield now. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Chubb. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Brings up second and goal at the Steelers' 6-yard line.
Shoot! Watch the shoot! Kill! Hey, turn it up! Wide, get wide! Run! Bang!
They'll try again with Chubb. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like...
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boy, we've had some great running backs in the NFL the last decade or so. As Saquon Barkley might be among the smoothest of them all. What a heck of a run right there. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece.
That ties the game at 17. Brings set to kick off.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 29, Mayfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
We want it. Come to my world. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hatch it. Pistol. Check 13. Point it right. Real. Lucky.
Here's Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Whip. Watch the whip. You go take it. You got to go.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2nd down and 8.
Bandit. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. Point it right. Watch the screen. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I don't think you got it, son.
Mayfield working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike, hurry. Hey, water. 55, Mike, got 55. Watch the pass.
They go play action. Mayfield. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Hey, alert! Alert, flare. Run.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Another costly turnover, their 2nd of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
What, it's football?
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Barkley a 1st down and more. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 122 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better really as the night's gone on. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Play action. It's Newton. Open man. It's complete to Higgins. And in for the Steelers touchdown. T. Higgins with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Steelers 31, Falcons 17. Greg Zerline set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is Jakeem Grant. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Jim, 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 Jim. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Regular.
Play fake. Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Tyus Bowser in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. The Falcons on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Let's get off the field. Jumper. Watch twist.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. That's now 3 turnovers in this second half. Very costly. And earlier in the half, Charles, when I asked you for your keys to the second half, you said, hey, maybe trite, but it's going to be turnovers. That's been the story.
It certainly has, but I didn't expect it to be this much of the story. I mean, when you're getting up to 3, you're really putting your team in jeopardy.
A handoff to Barkley on the option. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Barkley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. We've now seen 3 consecutive 1-yard gains, and it brings up 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Falcons take their first down at their own 18-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mayfield off the play fake. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Mayfield on play action. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Let's go. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56.
From the 39, Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing, Mayfield. Under pressure, and they got to him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back